I created here a very basic shader with a primary specular. Now take a look here at the Clearcoat. We have both artistic and physical. I'm just gonna switch this over to physical because the lobes here kind of is the same in both primary, rough and Clearcoat, except Clearcoat is mainly used to add like a lacquer, and you shouldn't really use that much roughness with Clearcoat either. So let's take a look here at the Clearcoat. We have Meshmen and GGX in our case here as well, and isotropic. So you can do these things here, but you mainly use it like this. For example, you have a somewhat rough specular and you want to have like a shiny surface on top of this. And when you introduce the edge here, you see here you get almost like a varnish on top of your surface. It almost looks like a car paint. Speaking of car paint, let's create one basic here. So I have here another pxrSurface that's already set up. Let's see here, I'm just gonna pump it in there. And we have this. It's essentially what I did here is to use a rough flaked gold here. Here in the bottom I have my physical values for gold. And in this one I inserted the Pixar flake. And the Pixar flake here, if I start to take up the randomness here, you see here you get like a flaky, a gold flake type of effect. If you go up close to a car, you can see these micro flakes usually coming from the sub layers. I'm gonna simulate this here. So I made it quite kind of rough, so it's quite a lot of roughness. And now here, let's take a look here. I'm gonna introduce Clearcoat. I'm gonna set this to physical here, introduce edge color here, just white here first. So we get this. This is not really the paint I'm after here. So we're gonna take a look here at the absorption, tint and layer thickness. Is where the Clearcoat can become quite effective. If we set this one to something about black here, I'm just gonna take a let's make this kind of a red color. And you see nothing happens here yet. If I start to introduce layer thickness here, you can see here we get more and more of this color coming in. And essentially in grazing angles it becomes even darker. So it kind of simulates the thickness. When you look through the side here, you will essentially get more and more of this paint to look through compared to looking straight into it, if that makes sense. This is kind of, if I make this extreme here, like 3, you see you get this super deep saturated. You might need to go down in saturation here to mitigate some of that, and then 10. So it's a combination between thickness. If you have thickness, you need more density in the color to get the effect you want. But you see, you don't really get these deep colors. If you want to have these deep colors, you might need to punch this one up. In extreme cases, you might then need to go down here in saturation a bit so it doesn't become too essentially unnatural. And there's your basic car paint, like a red golden car paint. And now here, let's see here if I start to play with the flakes, flake randomness. It depends here how much we're gonna see of that. You get this flaky underpaint there. In the next episode, we're gonna take a look at the iridescence component. If you wanna support my channel, consider dropping a comment in one of the videos with information of upcoming episodes you wanna see from Meshmen Studio. See you in the channel. Bye bye.